is up? Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. And welcome to the JARCAST. I have James.
Yes, hello.
I have Alex.
Yes, hello.
And we also have the patrons over at Patreon who keep it real. Thank you.
How are we doing today, Jimmy?
Oh, you know.
So you've plucked your nose hairs a little bit.
No.
Oh shit, I can tell the difference from here. You might just hiding your secrets.
Yeah. How you doing over there, Alex?
Yeah, I'm alright.
For real, or are you lying?
I'm feeling pretty normal.
We're not doing another normal episode. I never want to do a normal episode.
Your normal
again.
episode was possibly one of the worst episodes. I'm just going to straight up say it.
Possibly one of the best episodes.
Possibly
I'm trying to find
the
a
worst.
quote from...
The worst. You think when we've had lows. We've had lows lower than most YouTubers. You know, we started on the floor. We're now here. And we had an episode where we talked about ordering a curry for like an hour straight. Normal episode though? Absolutely worse than the curry episode. I take the curry episode any day of the week.
Did you listen to it?
No.
You're full of shit. Yeah, I listened to it about 4 times.
4 times?
Yep.
So it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's one of the classics.
So once again, we've made a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's just for shitting them out at this point.
Yeah, like, that's all we have to do. We just, like, take a doo-doo, and then we got number 1 on Letterboxd, you know?
And we stay gold.
Yeah.
And I'd like to mention, out of all the things that, you know, you've got to stay gold over, it is the fact that Ashes to Ashes is David Bowie's best song. Without a doubt, you cannot argue against. That is objectively his best song. Just after...
apart from the fact it's not, yeah.
No, it is. Straight up, it is. It's Ashes to Ashes, Fascination, and then Heroes.
Fascination.
Yeah, like, you know, he was a fascist after all.
What about the Garden Gnome one?
Yeah, that's my favourite one. What's it called? The Laughing Gnome.
How does it go?
Like, I am the Laughing Gnome. You can't catch me. Ha 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 ha.
Explain what we're on about.
David Bowie released a song. It was in the 60s, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when everyone was just
and
absolutely
it's
wasted all the time.
Yeah, and it sounds like something from Alvin and the Chipmunks. He's got like this high-pitched laughing, like people need to know
Yes.
about the Laughing Gnome. They need to go on YouTube or whatever and search this, and you probably will lose some respect for a beloved artist.
It must be like the worst song I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, it's so bad.
No. We listened to some shit songs today, like Beyonce's song from The Lion King. This is better. This gnome song is
I dunno.
better. No, it is.
I fucking hate it.
It is really bad.
It's not something you'd expect from David Bowie.
Yeah,
The laughing.
it's fucked up. He was obviously like so just fucked up on mushrooms or something.
It's just...
It also has the most boy band fucking like EP cover.
Yeah, that's 60s for you.
Like, holy fuck.
Should I read the lyrics?
Read some of them.
Can we sing the lyrics?
I can't remember any of it, so excuse my voice, audio listeners. I have a cold. So I was walking down the high street when I heard footsteps behind me, and there was a little old man, hello, in scarlet and grey, chuckling away. Well, he trotted back to my house, and he sat beside the telly. These are the lyrics. with his tiny hands on his tummy, chuckling away, laughing all day.
I like it's the fact
I
that
ought to report you to the gnome office.
He's using the Argy
Gnome
voice.
office. Ha ha, he. I'm a laughing gnome. And you can't catch me. Ha ha ha, he. I'm a laughing gnome and you can't catch me, said the laughing gnome. Do you want me to keep going?
No, I was about to say.
Christ.
I think people get the gist.
I like the addition of the Argy voice then.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
No, Argy voice is way better.
Do your impression of the Argy voice.
I hate the Argy voice more than I hate just most things. I'm not doing
You
an
just said
impression.
you liked it.
No.
Alex, you do it just for reference, so James can have a fair shot.
Hello. What's your problem? I'm the laughing gnome. What's your problem? I'm the laughing gnome. Jim, can you do it? I'm the laughing gnome. I'm the laughing gnome.
So do the Pepe voice.
Hey, what's up?
That's not the Paisley voice. We gave Paisley a voice. You created the Paisley voice. You need to.
It wasn't iconic enough. You know, what's happened this week? You know? Like, it's been a week since the last one. What's happened?
What do you think's happened, Jamie?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Politics?
Okay.
Vote Green Party. It's the only way the world is going to live.
No.
What if I don't want the world to live? Ever think about that?
And I'm doing my bit. As a globe trotter, I'm doing my bit.
We're going to dedicate this
You're a
episode
globalist.
to talking about
No.
the local politics of Wiltshire. Due to the large amount of agriculture careers within the region, these are people surviving off of the land, essentially their own business. So it might not be in the best interest of the agricultural phenomenon workers to
Yes.
vote for a left-wing parliament.
Well, they're idiots, aren't they?
No. An actual topic I have.
That was a topic.
Being, did you see for the last episode? It was a premiere that set at that type of video on YouTube. Do you know about this?
No.
No.
Have you never seen any of the YouTubers you're subscribed to do a premiere?
What does it do?
It when you're uploading the video, you set it as a premiere, and
Or is it Premiere?
and it kind of appears in the subscription feed as like a live stream almost, but it's a video. And it's there, and it says it's going to be played at this time, and you can sit.
No,
you can sit in like a chat, and once the time hits, then the video goes live, and it's like streamed, so you can't skip ahead. Like if the video's an hour long, you can't skip ahead. You have to like watch with it. So once that hour's like you won't be able to skip through it till
live
the whole
streaming.
video's done.
It's live streaming for pre-made video, basically.
Yeah, but I only did it out of pure curiosity because I'm too scared to fiddle with it on IHE. But seeing as there's a cast every week, it doesn't matter that much if one was like kind of messed up by it. It didn't seem to really do anything aside from confuse some people, because some people thought it was live.
Did they really?
They thought we were recording last episode live. So
We weren't. I think it would be a train wreck if we recorded live.
Why? It would be the same thing.
Fuck it, let's do it live.
yeah, as long as it wasn't one of those episodes where we needed some emergency editing.
Yeah, Jim.
Like happens occasionally when we say someone's name by accident or something
true.
like that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, maybe you guys should stop learn to not dox people, and then we wouldn't be in that issue, would we? Oh my god! Oh my god!
What have we been engaging in lately?
Oh my god!
Sekiro 2, but worse.
Excuse me, you're still playing Fallen Order?
Yeah, Star Wars. I don't think I talked about it last time.
I swear we did. I think I mentioned it
Yeah.
a while ago.
Well, I've played
a
it
week or two
now.
ago.
I haven't finished it, but good game. Really good game. I don't know if I would have stuck with it as long as I have, though, if it wasn't Star Wars.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know why you'd really care about the game, to be honest, if you didn't really like Star Wars.
Because, like, everything it does, well, not everything it does, but the majority of what you do in the game is combat. And the combat is just worse Sekiro, so...
Is it Sekiro or Sekiro?
Well, it depends if you want to, like, pretend to be Japanese or not.
No, there's a right way and the wrong way. Simple. Way.
Simple.
Why?
I'd say if you're English, it's perfectly fine to say Sakura. Or Sekiro. Either or, whatever. Anyway, that's not my point. Very good game. I like it. And I like Star Wars. It's sort of like relit that fire for me. Like, oh, this is why I like Star Wars. Because it's...
Right, yeah.
It's like light-hearted, but dramatic enough.
Has some stakes.
Yeah. And just a really interesting world.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
That's the word for the game. Nice. It's
It's
nice.
a bit of comfort food.
Yeah, it's a bit of nice.
What about you, James?
And some reason, the new Star Wars movies aren't that.
No, they're not.
Why aren't they? They are that. That's all they are. So why aren't they?
Because they're not nice.
They are nice. If you don't go in, if you go in expecting nothing, you have a good time.
So high standards then.
So you're saying we should lower the bar and then just accept stuff?
No,
when it
I'm
sucks?
saying just don't give a shit. No matter what, just don't care what happens. Don't care about the story. Go in and have a fun time. If you approach,
I just don't agree with that philosophy.
If you go into everything in life with that, you're never fucking disappointed.
Well, yeah, if you've got really low expectations, you can't be disappointed. But
no, it's not expectations.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, because I got to
go in expecting shit.
No,
and then you'll be happy.
No, because
that's like such an awful philosophy.
That's having expectations at all. That's thinking, oh, this might not be good. I'm saying don't think anything. That's not expecting anything. There's no low.
So you are expecting nothing, which is the bare minimum. That is like the lowest something can be.
And there's no problem with that. You go in, you have fun. Easy. Rogue One is the best Star Wars,
at least until the
new
trilogy's over.
When's it over?
Out of our systems.
Do you think people are gonna like it?
No.
I think it's gonna be just a maelstrom of hundreds of different opinions, and I don't know.
Yeah, but what do you think the correct opinion will be on the movie?
I don't know because I haven't seen the movie.
I'm saying, do you think you will?
I feel like
it?
everyone's gonna be like extra critical.
Yeah.
So, whatever. We literally talked about this
And out of all of those
ago.
people, who's going to have a better time? Me, because I don't expect anything. That's reasonable. Don't argue against me.
I'm saying it's fine for you to do that. Just don't expect me to do that.
No, that's not how it works. Do you go into like, rock movie with expectations?
No, because The Rock has never done or been in anything good.
And can you have fun in his movies?
No, because they're all bad.
That's bullshit and you know it.
What about you, Alex?
Have I absorbed anything lately?
Yeah.
The main thing I rewatched was the Matrix Trilogy.
Of course.
Which is I don't know. I've never been like hype on the Matrix really. I always liked the first one in particular, but the trilogy as a whole is pretty weak. I think 2 and 3. Have you ever seen the whole trilogy?
Years and years and years ago.
You've probably only seen it once, haven't you?
Yeah.
The whole way through.
Mm-hmm. I think I've only seen the first movie once.
Really?
Yeah.
The first one's worth the rewatch. It's one of those just like classics that you can see that is like inspired a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You ever seen The Matrix, James?
Nope. Never seen.
You hate Keanu Reeves though, don't you?
I have no idea what the Matrix is at all. Not
What?
a single clue about any of it.
Well, you might actually like it, James, because it's really inspired by like
Anime.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
literally
Oh.
is. Like it's inspired by Ghost in the Shell and a bunch of stuff like that.
I was
But
never exposed to it.
What would you rate the whole series out of 3 stars?
If I have to give the trilogy,
Yeah.
wait, out of 3 stars,
Yeah, and you can't do 3 point or 2.5 or anything.
2 stars,
That's pretty high.
it's right in the middle.
Well, I mean, it's kind of over the middle, but
Well, you gave me this like bizarre like number. I got nothing to work with.
okay, 5 stars.
Out of 5 stars,
10 stars.
I would just put it right down the middle
Really?
Because
so you
it-
don't think it's bad?
because of how good the first one is and how bad
Right.
the third one is and how like mediocre the middle one is. It does.
You think
weirdly,
the
doesn't it?
third one is worse than the second one?
It is worse, but the
'Cause-
third one is more entertaining
Right. That's a big difference.
because it's just like schlock.
That reminds me though, I watched John Wick 3.
Yeah, you already said.
Did I?
Yes.
You already talked about that.
What
You
the
said
fuck?
it. You said you preferred it to the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
literally last episode, I think.
That's crazy.
I only know that because
thought I
when I,
watched
edit
it-
them.
This week.
No, this is the thing about December that I can't stand. For some reason, out of all the months, December is the one that just goes by in such a flash.
Yeah.
Like everything's a bit off. Everything's wrong.
Yeah, like
It's not going
It
by. in a
feels like a
flash.
rush.
yeah. Well, I'm feeling rushed because I ain't bought a single Christmas present for nobody. Nobody.
Neither have I. I've left it. I mean, it's 15 days.
Oh, James.
1 week. After this, it's 1 full week till Christmas.
James. What were you thinking?
But you know, I don't have
Doesn't it just
family,
get
so-
tiring after a while? It's just like now,
Christmas.
when you start to like really fear an event that's coming.
You fear Christmas.
I don't fear it, but it's more like a nuisance. Like it's just now I've got to like arbitrarily do all these things that if I wasn't like obligated to do, then I probably wouldn't have done.
Like, because I'm
Like
getting
buying
offended
gifts.
now. It sounds like you're saying, you know, Cringemas is an obligation. And that's hurting me.
Cringemas is funny because there's like humour value to it.
Isn't your whole family Christmas about a humour thing? You're the people everyone ever know who always gets joke gifts at Christmas, no matter what. So how is it like an? Yeah.
What do you mean, my dad giving me joke gifts? And stuff?
No. Just explain your point. I don't get it.
I don't know. What else do I have to elaborate on? It's just annoying to have to buy gifts constantly. That's all.
What would you change if you can have it any way you like it?
Would you prefer Christmas to not exist?
No, I think the enjoyment of Christmas and the enjoyment people get out of it justifies its existence.
But for you, you'd prefer to not have to take part in any of it.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking... What's he called?
Grinch.
No, not the
Scrooge.
green guy. Scrooge, yeah. Scrooge McDuck.
No, but why? Forget the fucking gifts. Do you not just like being around family? Because that seems
Yeah, I
like the
like that
major
bit.
thing. Yeah, I don't have that bit. I don't even have family anymore, so I don't get that bit.
It's a heavy thing that is casually
Yeah,
drop in the
yeah.
background.
Boom.
I just don't get it because
That is the good bit.
the family bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, the gifts are annoying. I'd prefer to not receive any gifts and not have to give any.
no. The gifts are important. Like
Yeah, that's the
I-
thing.
I-
like,
like-
they're nice, but thinking about them beforehand is difficult. And I hate that feeling when everyone's watching you open a present.
Yeah, I'm with you.
no. Did I ever mention that I'm scared of that, like severely? because I always just don't know how to react.
Yeah, same.
I'm just like I think I'm gonna upset them if I don't like smile. So it's just like I feel really bad all the time, and I try to like. With my family, it's just like that they give a present at a time. I always just leave mine to the side, so when the attention's away, I just like slowly open it and just be like, yay. Because I don't like it. I feel really bad about it.
It is quite a pressure. You know?
Yeah, because there's an expectation to react a certain way based on what the gift is. Because like to the person who chose the gift, to the person who's opening it, like it should be you should be really excited about this because I got you something I know you want.
Yeah.
So even if it is something you think is a bit poo-poo,
you got
expectation to be like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that I love about Jar Cringemas is that it's like not like that. It's so unexpected.
That it is like that now.
Why?
Now that we've like delegated people to get good presents every year.
That's not
basically
difficult.
I'm trying to worm my way out of getting people good presents because I'm a really bad gift giver.
No, you're not.
Yeah, like I have no idea what to get anyone ever.
Do you want me to give you some of my ideas? Because then you'll look great.
No, you've given me 2 ideas for Alex, and both of them were like, damn, that's genius.
But
like you're an expert gift giver. I don't have like
no, that's what I'm shit at everyone but us. Like if us,
oh, really?
With us, I think it like in fucking April. I'm like, yes, done it. I've sorted our presents by like fucking May.
Yeah.
But my parents, I'm like, I don't know.
Parents are difficult. You know, like buying for a different generation.
Yeah.
That's why money. Easiest thing.
But like a money gift is so just like, it's like giving up in a way.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, I couldn't really think of anything to get you, so fucking buy it yourself.
When you put it like that, it's quite nasty.
That's what I mean. That's why.
No, but I want money more than anything. Because it's just like there's things I want that are really expensive. So putting money to the side is like yes.
No, okay. The worst thing is a check.
Oh, for you, and you don't cash them.
Now that you can just use the app to cash them, it's not a problem.
Yeah, but like, dude, just go on your phone app.
Send me money.
Direct debit into
People
my
who
bank.
use checks don't have a phone app.
That's not true.
Oh no, it's birthdays is when you get checks all the time. It's always birthdays. Christmases it's normally not. It's like get a card and you got £15 in it, and like a happy birthday, or happy Merry Christmas. But
it depends on the person, you know.
But I've never had checks at Christmas because my family have always had a anti-money rule for Christmas, so you shouldn't do that. But now it's just like...
So your family agrees with what I just said then?
Kinda, but then they're now just like, just give me money. Just.
What about, is there a loophole in the sense where you could buy gift cards?
Yeah.
Yes. It's even...
Okay, that's just as dumb. That's
No, I say it's worse.
Gift cards are worse.
Yeah,
it's
because
worse.
they're limited to one shop.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you're fucked.
It's like instead of use your money freely, use your money. Let me shill a company for you to use money in.
It's like...
Yeah, they're actually pointless.
Like, let's say X was going to give me money, but instead he bought me Apple iTunes gift cards. That would be really fucking bad. Really bad.
Because you couldn't really spend it.
Yeah.
You have no device to use it on.
That's why I can't stand that side of Christmas. But then, the most joy I have at Christmas is buying gifts for my dog. That's the most exciting thing is seeing his reaction, because he hasn't got a fucking mind that thinks it. It's like the most.
He can't be disappointed.
Yeah, he's so pure.
That, so there's just no expectations. So even just interacting with a dog, it makes it their best moment of all time.
Yeah,
let alone
especially if that dog's called Paisley.
So it's like I'm gonna spoil out of everybody. I'm probably gonna spend the most money on my dog, by far, because it's just like the easiest and most fun.
Like I buy them like a £2.50 bone. There you go. Just throw it on the floor. There you go. Nibble on that. You worthless little slime.
I don't. Like over Christmas, I normally have the same budget for everyone.
Except you spend the same amount on your dog.
No, I spend more. I spend more.
But what could you possibly buy that's that expensive?
You should know this. You've got a dog that tears stuff up. What's it called? What's the fucking brand called that make indestructible
Kong.
toys? Kong. Kong stuff is really expensive, and Gaius needs Kong. So I buy Kong stuff, and I buy loads of bones, and I just spoil him because he's my baby.
Okay.
That's it. It's all that matters over Christmas.
People are very generous towards their pets. The pet
I'm not.
market is huge.
I'm not. I don't get Billy a single fucking thing.
I'll buy Billy something this year in your stead.
The thing with Billy is that because she started killing things at a very young age, she's just not interested in toys.
Her
It
Christmas
just bores her really quickly, and she wants to go and hunt something that's trying to get away.
So Billy's present to herself will just be like a bigger bird, a bigger catch.
Yeah, like a seagull.
Are there like toy-obsessed cats then, like there
Yes.
are toy-obsessed dogs?
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely is.
I don't really know much about cats, and every time I learn new details, I'm like, oh.
They just become kind of scarier.
Yeah, they're such an alien beast to me.
They are. Like, you can't... It's really hard to understand a cat's, like, emotions and the way they express themselves.
Because there's no subtlety to the way a dog communicates. Like,
Well, it's not like a subtlety thing. It's... They've developed with us, you know. They have facial expressions. Cats...
yeah, they've got body language that, while it doesn't like directly line up with human body language, there are like parallels that we like just innately can read. I reckon.
Yeah.
Or I'm just so used to having dogs around. I don't know.
No, they are. It's like when a cat goes for you, it means it's going to scratch your eyeball out. So
Like
avoid that.
When a cat like wags its tail, or not like wags, but like swishes it or whatever, there's like a really distinct swish. Does that mean they're annoyed?
Yes.
I know the one you're on about. It's like
Because
a slow
Last
one
time I
that's
saw
full.
Billy, I stroked her, and she looked like she was enjoying it, but she was doing that with her tail.
No, if it's sort of like a flowing movement, I don't think that's anger.
Right.
But if it's sort of like moving like a snake, like
Yeah,
whipping almost,
that is really
that is
strange.
anger. That's
No, I
like...
say it's the opposite from the cats I know.
No, if Billy's doing that, you stay clear because she might just lunge.
I've been lunged by Billy a few times, and that is frightening.
It is frightening, but then when she actually gets you, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, because they just try and claw. They like cling with one claw, and then it gets like caught on your trouser leg.
Yeah,
You're like, just
yeah.
get off.
Yeah. Or in the one case where I almost dropped her, her claw got caught in my neck, in the flesh of my neck, and it was just stuck there. And she was sort of panicking, and I was like holding her leg, and I was like, fuck, I'm just going to have to pull it.
Yeah, it's that
pull it out.
animal thing when they get stuck in something and they just
Yeah, and
like,
cats do it
spaz
all the time. Like, they attack with their claw, and then
And it gets
surprise,
caught.
surprise, the claw goes inside the thing they were attacking.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait a minute, wait.
Yeah, and dogs do it when they get stuck in fences and stuff. They just
Yeah.
like freak out because it's just what you do when
It's
you're
just
trapped.
pure
It's
panic.
pure adrenaline panic. Yeah, you just flail around like a fish out of water.
Let me out.
Meow.
I do want a cat. They're cute. But on a snake first.
Hiss. With that said, though, I'm afraid we're going to have to bounce off to some messages from the likes of either me, myself, or me.
Loser.
Or Irene.
Hey, it's me, Zeus, the god. My fully endorsed the Jar Media merchandise available in the description below.
Welcome to the second section of the JARCAST. This is where we go on to Reddit, or maybe even perhaps Twitter, to get some of your questions. Head over to the Jar Media Reddit, r/Jar Media.
Yeah. Suggestion thread.
Suggestion thread for the questions. We go on there. We go, who's this punk? What they saying? What they doing? We go and reply it.
Want to know the first punk we're going to answer?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
The Room is on Fire 12 asks this. How would you rate this decade?
Shit.
Suppose as we're rounding up to 2020 very shortly.
In terms of what?
Just how would you rate? That's all they ask.
It's pretty cool, I think, the age that we're currently living in. It's like a movie from years ago where like we're not in the future, but it's pretty clear that we're getting there.
It's not any clearer now than it was last year.
Yeah, but both of those years, being this year and last year, are in the same decade.
2011. Different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've made a lot of progress. And it's cool to see. Like the Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah, just things like that.
It just screams like
just everything Elon Musk and that whole company and all.
But
just
Apple as
technology.
well.
Yeah,
just taking these steps.
Well, if you put it into
towards-
perspective, what was going on in 2009, right now?
Halo 3 ODST.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
It is a long time ago.
and in technology, it's millennia ago.
Yeah, like I was 15, so you guys would have been like 12.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. And that's one of the... Well, I'm only 25 now, but in that decade, it's like so much change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and rapid change too. Like, you sort of flatline before then. Like, you're sort of on a gradual change where it feels like it. Like, every year of school kind of feels the same in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the way you're tested that feels a bit different. But once you leave school, then each year, like, there's these huge jumps, it feels like.
Yeah.
Where a lot happens each year, but at the same time, it goes really
feel
quickly.
So much shorter.
Yeah. I feel like we've said that before about how it just time changes the more of it you experience.
Yeah, the longer you've been alive.
I remember it's just so vividly feeling like summer just lasted forever when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Because that was the time when I used to plan to like play through all of Final Fantasy 13, and I never did.
Just all sorts of silly shit like that. Or even like even way before then, even like in primary school. It was just that feeling of like, okay, summer holidays has begun, like might as well be like a year's worth now of not being at school, because that's how long it felt. And now, by the time I even realise that summer is here, it's already ending, and then it's like raining
Mhm.
in autumn. I can't decide if it's a good or bad thing. I suppose
Well,
it's a bit of both.
Yeah, it's neither. That's nothing to do with this decade, though. That's just getting older, growing up.
And getting older we are.
Yeah, but like in this,
Yoda.
yeah. But like half of the decade has actually been documented with JAR.
Yeah.
No, don't
What was
say
2014? Did
Fuck
JAR
no.
begin?
Don't-
Somewhere around then? Or was
Don't-
it 2015?
Don't say that, please.
I'll double
Has
check.
it been
while we
5 years?
Well, I started IHE in
can't.
2013, and
No fucking way. How? We're only on 190 something episodes. That's only it's about 3 years.
episode 1 was 11th of January 2016.
Right, but we were doing JAR before then.
Yeah, I reckon JAR started in about 2014, and the cast itself came around
16.
11th of
3
January
years.
2016.
4 years.
Yeah, we're coming up to
January.
our fourth
Damn.
year,
No, that's no.
which means 2020 will be the
No, just think.
We gonna run the whole election.
Just think. If you look at a picture of the first episode to us now, the change is actually just creepy. Just how much things are different now. How we have changed as people.
Are you talking about your beard?
Yes, that's it.
It's a weird thing because, again, we're all in our 20s. We've only lived for 2 decades.
23,
Yeah.
Maybe ask us when we're
actually.
50 and we can be like, yeah, this decade was a lot better than that one. That one was like a week.
What I can say though is that this decade has been better than the 80s.
But you weren't alive in the 80s.
Yeah, but I know it was shit.
No, it didn't. It wasn't shit.
It was shit.
No,
it was
honestly.
it's the worst decade that has existed.
Wong.
Okay. Lego Loppy12345 has this to say. Hello, Jar. This one isn't a question, just a thank you. I just wanted to give you a sincere thank you for how much you have helped me recently. A little over 1 year ago, I had a surgery to remove a tumor from my brain. Needless to say, my recovery has fucking sucked, but y'all were the one constant... Sorry, the one constant... My eyes are running a bit, so I'm struggling to read. But y'all were the one constant through all that mess. I remember listening to the cast in my hospital bed. I, of course, use earbuds as to not scare the nurses by hearing James's booming laugh or Alex trying to convince everyone that there is such a thing as a clititosaurus. I really have never been this obsessed with the podcast before. Thank you and Merry Christmas, Casey.
Merry Christmas.
It's quite a harrowing story, Casey. I'm glad to hear you seem to have recovered from surgery. Because brain surgery, that's some serious...
Yeah, I would imagine it is.
It's no laughing matter.
No.
It kind of doesn't get more serious than having to tinker with the brain. But yeah,
it's
I'm
pretty
glad we could have assisted in our own small way.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
But Alex, do you want to explain what a clitosaurus is?
Clititosaurus.
Clitosaurus.
Oh, there's a whole episode about it somewhere. Just look on. It's got a very memorable thumbnail if you go on that one.
Not everyone knows what a clititosaurus looks like, though.
And I'm giving them the answers. Just search it. I'm sure it's like the only result on YouTube.
You'd hope so, anyway.
I was going to say, you're not going to do.
Yeah, so it's always very humbling to get feedback like that. Because we just come and goof and gaff, and then when you get messages that are like, wow, that episode or this, like when I listen to this, or I've listened for a long time, it's like helped me through something or distracted me for a little minute.
It's one of the best things about doing the cast.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes you want to keep going. It's cool. Ugh. How about this one then from Squiddy199? What are some of the group's most anticipated games or movies of 2020?
Dun dun dun!
There's a lot of stuff coming out.
What is coming out?
Animal Crossing! Yay!
There's loads.
Cyberpunk 2020.
Yeah, have you seen what have you seen the requirements?
Speaking of
for it?
Cyberpunk 2020, that's got Keanu Reeves in it, and I saw John Wick 3 recently.
Have you seen the specs that is required to play Cyberpunk on Max?
No, I haven't.
On Mac. Oh, Max. That's what
Ultra.
you meant,
We're talking
Apple Max.
we're talking some obscenely high specs. Like, think of the best computer you can buy. You're gonna need better than that. Like, it's actually
So, like
insane.
a NASA computer.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's like you couldn't play that game on Ultra without spending at least £2,000 on a PC.
Yeah, listen to
Like,
some of
it's
these. Like, how good this potentially could be. Cyberpunk 2077, Halo Infinite, Dying Light 2, Ori and the Will of the
Dying Light
Wisps,
2, yep.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, Animal Crossing, The Last of Us Part 2, Doom Eternal. Those are sort of the big ones. Psychonauts 2, Oddworld, Soulstorm.
Is the FromSoft game meant to be coming out next year?
Not sure.
I like how you mentioned Halo Infinite as if it's going to be good. Like, come on, just give up.
And Doom Eternal. The first one was crap.
No, but what I'm saying is... Oh, that's going to annoy so many. I can just imagine...
No, the only good thing about that game is the soundtrack and the way it's implemented in the game. Like, that's it. Just listen to the soundtrack.
I'm not like crazy about Doom 2016, but
No.
I get why people like it so much.
I get why people like it, but I don't get why people love it.
Soundtrack. It's next level.
Because it was like, especially around that time, it was when all the old shooters were like, they were just shit. So getting Doom like come back and like show how you can actually modernize one of these old franchises and make it, you know, work and be old and new at the same time. It's kind of
I would never say it's a bad game. It's just not for me.
I'd agree with that pretty much.
Of that list, no. If you honestly put those games that you mentioned, the year does not have potential.
That's actually just so crazy. Everything I just said.
No, listen, Halo, you know that it could be shit. We don't know. We've not even seen gameplay. We know it could be shit. Honest.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's that one in particular. It's a big release though, and everyone's going to play it.
Cyberpunk's going to be good. Animal Crossing's going to be good.
I reckon Dying Light 2 is going to be good.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7 is probably going to be good.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
The next Call of Duty is going to be good.
Yeah, so I think it.
What if they remake
good.
Black Ops now?
Don't know that. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh. That means they can kickstart Zombies Remade from the beginning again.
World at War remake. No, they fucked that with World War 2.
They did. Fucking hell.
So my most anticipated though is probably that Ori sequel. I really liked the first one.
Really?
Yeah, and I want more than anything. I want some new music from Gareth Cocker, I think it's called Coker. He's awesome.
He's really good. But yeah, it's all too far away for me to be hype at the moment.
Yep. I don't really get hype for
Cyberpunk
games.
mostly. Cyberpunk sounds cool.
I'm not gonna play it.
In terms of films, I don't know.
We don't even know what's coming out in regards.
In terms of films, Minions: The Rise of Gru looks pretty sick.
Okay, nice.
Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway.
Oh,
That's got potential. Scoob. That looks incredible. Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doolittle
for
reboot.
real? Is that
looks incredible.
wait? Is that Robert Downey Jr.'s first movie since him leaving?
Maybe. Oh, okay. There's one at least. Dune. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi movie by the guy who did Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, hello.
Prisoners and all those movies. He's a good director. Why are you shaking your head?
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious 9.
Oh no.
It's next year. That's going to be awful.
Yep, guaranteed. Because Cardi B's in it mainly.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
That would be crap.
All of this shit looks awful, honestly. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I watched the trailer for that today.
What did you think? Because I watched it yesterday and was a bit like, what?
I sort of rolled my eyes.
It's just like The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but it's like
The tone seems a bit strange. I don't know.
but producers just latch onto things. It's weird. It
didn't feel like it actually represented the movie as much as it was just designed as a trailer.
Well, it was designed to show that the kid from Stranger Things is in another 80s thing.
Yeah.
So people are gonna like it.
Yeah.
And it's
the
weird.
Nostalgia cow just keeps on going, and they're not gonna stop.
Yeah, that kid's career is absolutely made.
I was thinking about that. Just those kids being in Stranger Things has given them a bigger career boost than many other franchises or properties would. They've probably boomed more than Daisy Ridley from being in Star Wars.
Yeah, I'd say they have, definitely.
Yeah, think about it. The Stranger Things girl, she's a phenomenon. What's her name? 13? I don't know what the actor's name is.
She's called 11.
This is what's so confusing to me, because there are 13 episodes, I think, of Stranger Things each season. But then there's also another Netflix show called 13 Reasons Why. And the character's name is 11. So it's just all this number shit, and my brain can't handle it, I'm afraid.
You wouldn't be good in accounts.
What about... There's a new James Bond movie?
Yeah,
I've never been like that.
The
previous multiple have just been so...
Yeah. Well, since Casino Royale, they've not been
They just gradually
I'd
got
say
a bit
Casino
worse.
Royale is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
A fantastic movie. All the rest with Daniel Craig after that.
Just get worse and worse.
I wouldn't say worse and worse.
No, they
Because the one right after it is terrible. But then
Skyfall?
Quantum of
no,
Solace.
you're forgetting Quantum of Solace.
And then Skyfall.
Oh, is that? You're
That's
right.
the one directly after
I
Casino
actually
Royale.
I forgot about Quantum
Yeah, exactly.
of Solace.
That
was
movie
made
is-
during those
is
writer
terrible.
strikes.
Yeah,
And then you got Skyfall, which wasn't bad.
but like it wasn't.
Casino Royale, basically.
Skyfall was
Yeah,
like
it was okay.
really reactionary to like Hollywood trends at the time, with like the kind
Yeah.
of Dark Knight,
Mm-hmm.
clear like Nolan inspiration stuff
Mhm.
that was going on, and the Adele intro. So
Casino Royale, because Casino Royale though is so good.
Yeah, that movie is awesome.
What about Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy?
Is that about?
It's about an NPC
being an
realizing
NPC.
he's an NPC.
Do you know
That's
how
the-
long he's wanted to get that movie made?
Really?
Yeah, it's actually it's like a passion project of his.
Seriously?
I heard about his idea for it years ago.
Oh, so it's his
It-
idea. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
just thought
I
it
think
was
so.
Reddit's
Or,
idea.
or someone's idea that he heard and was like, "That's awesome, I want to do it." But I've heard about that idea. I had definitely heard about it like 5 years ago.
I'm not sure if that premise is so great of an idea, to be honest. It sounds more like a...
It sounds like a short.
Yeah, it sounds like a Black Mirror episode, maybe, at the very best. I don't know about a feature film with Ryan Reynolds playing like a... Whatever, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
There isn't much, like... Honestly, I just wait for... other people to start just talking about this, because there is so much shit coming out now. You need to
Mhm.
rely on everyone, like on social media, to kind of
Word
just
of mouth.
spread what is good and what isn't. Like, it takes a while sometimes. So much just superhero shit.
But that's subjective stuff.
Yeah, but
It might not
look
be
at how
shit.
much, like, it. Listen to just the superhero movies that are listed here: Black Widow, Wonder Woman, 1984. Ghostbusters doesn't really count. Birds of Prey, The New Mutants, The Eternals, and I think Bloodshot. Does that count? Point is, there's a lot of them. The Invisible Man, is that like a superhero? Venom 2.
For real?
Yep.
Was Venom 2 last year? 2018?
It was the year before. 2018, was it?
Last year. 2018.
Yeah, that sounds right?
Yeah?
But yeah,
That film was shit.
I don't even bother, like, really getting anticipated for things in the same way anymore. I like just waiting and just getting it when I get it, you know?
Yeah,
Otherwise
for most
it's just you're just guaranteed some level of disappointment usually.
of the time, yeah.
Okay. What about this one then? From James G1412 says this: what is any of your opinions on having editors to edit YouTube videos? Do you think it ruins the authenticity and style of that person's channel and defeats the purpose of it being your channel and removes the fun? Or do you believe it is to be a good help? Thanks for the yogs, broders.
I think it
depends on the content.
Yeah.
It
if let's say
greatly depends on the content.
if someone's content relies heavily on like the way they edit and their humor, if you make someone else edit it, it will lose that.
Mhm.
That's gone. Like I don't think
Yeah,
you could
very
hire an
true.
editor and like
Yeah,
it'd be the
I've
same.
struggled with the concept before because I've thought about it, just to try and get some things out a bit faster. But I always like retreat and can't commit to the idea because so much of the fun and the humor of it to me is the way you choose to present it on that timeline.
Mhm.
Like, it is where a lot of the personality shines through with what I like to make anyway. But there are ways, like when you're making something like the JARCAST each week, there's a certain way it's presented. Sure, there are sometimes skits at the beginning, there's little bits of editing here and there in the cast, but at the end of the day it's still the same thing. And you
Yeah.
probably could pay someone to put together the JARCAST fairly easily, and I don't think that would be considered really weird or would ruin anything, to be honest.
No, it would be
Because we've had
similar. Apart from like
3 of the 4 of us on the cast have edited it, and there are minor differences in the way, just through sheer experience, different levels of experience, but it's still fairly consistent at the end of the day. Yeah, it does depend on how like bespoke each video is, I think. If you have like a series, it's very common for like Let's Players who upload a lot to sort of farm out their editing process, and all the big companies and all the biggest channels like PewDiePie and WatchMojo and all that, and they all have editors and whatnot. It's an interesting question though.
I just say it just depends on YouTuber. Like, one of the big YouTubers I like is a streamer, but he does his own stuff, and it takes him like 2 months to make a video because it's his
That's
stuff.
what I mean. Yeah, you gotta sort of choose.
Yeah, there's always got to be
Because YMS Adam, he has an editor, but the way he does it is he's got his like big project that he'll edit himself, but just the quick videos he puts out, he has them edited by his editor, which I think is a good way to work around. Like, you're not really losing much when it's just like short little reviews, but the big main meaty stuff is still like coming from him.
Which would have been like how he did it when he became popular.
Yeah.
So it stayed the same.
Yeah. Queen of Dirt has one for us. Did you boys make Christmas lists when you were young? If so, what's the most outlandish thing you asked for? I definitely made Christmas lists. I was a Christmas list kind of kid.
I didn't know.
I
if
like
was.
to like plan out, because I liked the Argos catalogue. I liked the Lego catalogue. I loved catalogues, and I'd look through them and I'd like figure out and like make the perfect list. I loved doing that kind of shit.
I did that as well with the Argos catalogue. Who didn't do the Argos catalogue? That was like the most fun things. You didn't look at it all year. But then Christmas, it was just like, yes. And you just like go through and fucking just write things down because it looks cool and you want it.
I don't think I was really like that.
Even though I knew most of the things on the list would not be bought for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like compiling a list and then making an even smaller list of that list to try and like decipher, okay, if I could only have one thing from this list.
Alex quality controlling his own lists.
I've always been like that, with like methodical with stupid things like that. But as far as outlandish things I've asked for, I feel like just because of our parents, like we just knew what was within the realms of reality after a certain point, that we just once you figure out the boundaries and you just know there's no chance of it going outside them, then I just kind of didn't bother to push them anymore.
But I don't think there's anything outlandish I've really wanted. Like, when you're a kid, what is something outlandish you could want? A gun?
I would say, like, if your 8-year-old came up to you and was like, I really want an
iPhone 11.
MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
With the best everything. It'll only be about £4,000. All right. No.
Yeah.
That's what you say to that. You don't give an 8-year-old something that's worth that much cash.
No, my list was always one game. Like, that's my Christmas present would resolve on one game. Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops.
I was ashamed to admit of liking video games, so I would try not to ask for video games.
Not from mum and dad. You didn't care about asking for gifts from games from them.
Well, sometimes I did. Do you know how bad I felt when we went to go get the Force Awakens on Wii? 'Cause people forget how uncool Star Wars was at that time.
Yeah.
Star Wars was not cool.
Especially on Wii.
Yeah, it was on Wii. It was
I'm
like...
getting fucking second hand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like... People think Star Wars fans have it bad now. At least you got stuff to talk about.
Yeah. that was the dark ages.
There was it was like, what, the Clone Wars movie. That's what we had.
Yeah.
With Rotter the Hutt. Yeah, everyone remembers that one. It's fond in my
Oh dear.
And I remember it was really weird when that film came out, that Clone Wars movie, because I must have been about year 8 or something, year 8, year 9. And like all the boys in like my classes had seen it, but everyone like made excuses to why they saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was that lame.
Because it was like, yeah, I had to go with my brother to see it, whatever. When it's like, you knew deep down everyone wanted to see it just for the hope of maybe getting some good Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
And then you actually just like sit there for a few hours watching
It's just
joined
some
together
baby
episodes
bullshit.
of, yeah. Every time you mention that show, though, like there's just someone that just comes on in with their like the prepared paragraphs of like, right, this is why the Clone Wars is, and you're wrong about
Sorry,
it.
but no, I cannot and I will not. And
I went further than most to even test it. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. Me, more than anyone, is going to like some Star Wars shit.
You've got to realise it gets good after episode 26 when they really start to develop the characters.
I
flesh out the
tried,
world.
okay? I tried.
Also, the way the show is structured, like what the
Full out
fuck is
of
the deal
order
with
and
that?
whatnot. Yeah, very strange.
It makes no sense.
The
and
2D
I can't
one,
be
though, is
bothered.
pretty badass. The
Yeah, I remember the 2D one being cool.
I can't remember.
It's got
the
just
artist's
a way
name.
better art style though than the 3D one. The 3D
Yeah, 'cause I
one
remember
is so ugly.
General Grievous was like really cool in particular in that Clone
Yeah.
Wars 2D one, and I was like, whoa! If this is this what the character's gonna be like in Revenge of the Sith when that
Mhm.
comes out in a few months? And I was like so excited, and I like convinced myself that he was cool when I watched the movie.
Yeah.
but, like he's so bad.
No, he's cool.
About this Hysteria 55, we can end on this one. Have you ever considered doing a podcast high? I think it would be funny, Alex and Jim high and James just watching those two baked retards chat absolute shit, lol.
High on what? I mean,
I'm always high on life.
yeah, we all are. That's the only thing that I partake in.
Let's just put it this way.
It's been thought about, but they know I'd get angry.
There's been plenty of content on Jar Media that has been made under the influence of drugs,
Alex, you
mostly alcohol.
Oh yeah.
well, not for me.
No, you've even done a few. In that period where it was just you and me doing them, I think we drank some whiskey on one of those.
Yes, but I wasn't under the influence because I was fine. We were talking like plastered on the seat, just like fucked.
Yeah, plastered.
Yeah, and that's not happened on any JARCAST.
But like, even if you go back to some of the early ones, like they come across as if we are on something, especially me.
Yeah, you were really.
I've always been like that though. People always like they think I'm on something all the time, even when I'm like not.
I would straight up say that I can't tell the difference.
That's exactly what I mean.
I fucking cannot tell the difference.
I
I can walk in and just be like,
No, that's. Yeah, I can't tell the difference either.
I can't.
Obviously.
I don't know if it's like a good or bad thing, really.
you
Or
just.
if it means that it's like I'm pretty
I
level-headed then as a result.
No, it's like you say some really extreme stuff, but then next
No,
week when we've just gone out for a meal, you say something worse. I'm just like,
It's not. I wouldn't say it's about saying like extreme stuff. It's more just like
not extreme, but it's in really.
things I find funny.
Yes.
basically. No, but there's also things like goofball things.
Right.
Like the time I thought you were under the influence of something.
Oh
and-
yeah.
And you
Sandy,
weren't.
go on the screen now.
Sandy, get here. We need you. And
Sorry, what
you
do
were
listen?
like tripping over tables and like stumbling around, just looking.
That was one of those like self-fulfilling prophecies where everyone around you is just saying, "Are you on something right now?"
Nobody was saying that though.
No, but I could tell everyone was thinking that, and I was like, "Okay,
Really?
let's act normal." And through trying to act normal, it just made it so much weirder and more suspicious.
I mean, I was trying to make it kind of obvious that I was thinking like, are you drunk or what? Like,
yeah,
what's
but I
going?
hadn't touched anything. I was completely sober.
Yeah, that was weird. And like when You went to like find the heaps of dessert that we'd ordered from Deliveroo,
Yeah.
and like
I was just
you
outside.
picked up the phone and you were like, "Yes," and I was like, "What the fuck is up with this guy right now?" Yeah, because they called you because they couldn't find the Airbnb we were staying in.
Yeah, that was just the Airbnbs that had beds that were like made out of cardboard.
No, it was more like cement.
Yeah.
They were the worst.
But
Anyway,
it could happen. Maybe it already has.
It definitely already has. But I don't think anyone would be able to pinpoint them. Honestly, with like, we've done so many weird ones. Like an episode I revisited lately was, you remember that episode we did ages ago where I was like lying on the floor for the entire episode, face down.
yeah.
Like there's just some weird shit we've done. And
Yeah. And it's... I don't think we'd ever do a podcast where we're just like completely wiped out on alcohol or weed or anything.
Yeah, because there is a limit where it stops sort of being fun. It's nice when it's just like a social lubricant.
There was that Joe Rogan clip you showed me.
Oh yeah,
where he's like he enters the beyond realm.
He must have eaten like some edible or something,
but like he does that thing where he starts talking and then it just keeps going.
Yeah, he
and then
forgot
going.
what he even started saying.
Yeah, but he like thinks he still knows.
Yeah.
And then he like closes off the paragraph. It's just like just a paragraph of connecting segments of a sentence.
Some of the like huge podcasts, like Joe Rogan, as much as I like I like the show a lot.
Yeah.
There are some quirks like that sometimes where it's like, okay, you got too fucked up.
Yeah.
You simply got too fucked up for this right now. You drank a little bit too much whiskey, you ate too many goddamn edibles, and you're just too fucked up. You don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
The fucking Alex Jones one. But I'm pretty
The
sure
Alex Jones ones are great. I like those ones. But another thing that podcast does is they like just watch YouTube videos lots. Like within the show, they like put on and like refer to clips and stuff, which can get annoying after a while, especially if you're just listening. It'd be like if we right now just pulled up like, oh, did you see that Tobuscus video? And we just sat there watching a Tobuscus video for like 8 minutes with like a bit of commentary in it.
Yeah, it's not good for an audio point of view, like at all.
Do they like put it on the video though? When
yeah,
It's in the episode.
That's
And
okay.
I've seen a few podcasts that do that sort of thing sometimes.
Yeah, the H3 one does that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not like up to date or anything on that one.
I'm not up to date on any podcast.
There was like a huge controversy lately.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Cancel H3. H3 is cancelled.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
he said
H3
K-pop.
H3 is over party. That
He
was
said
it.
K-pop he didn't like it, and the stands got annoyed.
Yeah, I didn't see the original clip. I honestly don't give a fuck.
No, I didn't. What? I was like, H3 is over party. What the fuck? Pressed
Yeah, I
on
was
it.
expecting it to be something actually scandalous, and then I was like, oh, whatever. It's just
And then
some
the
shit he
second
said
I
on
saw
the
what it was
podcast.
about, I was like, oh, okay, don't
Then
care.
Sonic is over
There's a few of those a year for the H3 podcast, I swear.
Really?
Yeah, it's like every thing that gets popular enough, like it will just start. Because if you're making something so often, so frequently, and you have that many eyes on it, like you're gonna piss people off.
Yeah,
You can't avoid it.
especially like Ethan of H3 never seems to like censor himself and is-
Well, yeah, anyone who's followed H3 for a while knows like they've had so many controversies,
yeah.
so many
And
like
I mean,
dramatic things.
their whole shtick is to criticize popular things. Basically, that's what they started off doing.
Yeah.
So you can't get angry when they do it about your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. I know nothing about it, so I can't really say.
Yeah, same. Whatever, bro. I don't even care, bro. Let's just move on, bro. Bless you. With that said, with that sneezed,
Being ill sucks.
we're gonna disappear for a whole 7 days, baby. Thanks for watching this episode of the JARCAST. Can you stop sneezing, please? I'm trying to do an outro.
I can't help it.
Apologise.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thanks to the patrons again.
Yeah, and rate us on iTunes as well. Give us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yeah, give us 5 stars on iTunes. Like, if
it
you
helps
don't,
us in the algorithms.
it helps us in the algorithms. If you're gonna rate us, but you don't like us, then don't rate us. Just stop listening and go away. Rate us 5 stars. Yeah, man. Otherwise, we're just gonna take it all off of all audio platforms.
Yes, it's just pure spite.
Out of pure spite. Unless we get 600,000 5 stars in the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
You can say bye-bye to the JARCAST, baby!
Hate this.
Beep, doop, just keep counting. Dop, beep, da 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 da. Oh,